right? It was this young woman under my post a little while ago, you know, the one I was talking about where, a lot of black Brits don't know that, black Americans, African Americans, been in America for, 500 plus years or whatever the case may be. Yeah, we know we African and, whatever, right? Look, long story short, the young woman commented and said something, that I felt like was ignorant. She started going off on the Hotep people and how they trying to rewrite history and this and that. And I just knew, I'm looking, I'm like, she not, the way she talking is, it rung a bell for me, like something ain't right. So obviously, I was talking to her more and found out she's half Nigerian and half white, English and Irish or whatever she said, right? And then, I kind it made me feel a kind of way because then she starts saying shit like, oh yeah, but black Americans don't really resonate with Africa and this and that. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, sweetheart, respectfully, you're not qualified to speak on this type of shit. Yeah, you're mixed, and I respect that you're half Nigerian and whatever, but you're not really qualified to speak on real deep black problems with you being a mixed woman because you don't experience even your Nigerian counterparts go through shit out here and in the world and shit like that. So you're not really qualified to speak on this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I have nothing against biracial or mixed people, obviously. It's just the simple fact that I just felt like she just wasn't qualified to speak on these kind of problems, and the way she was speaking on it was like, she was kind of downplaying black Americans. Oh yeah, yeah, y'all don't really, y'all not really close with Africa like we are in the Caribbean. I mean, like we are in the UK and this and that. And I'm like, damn, like, at first we was having a conversation, but then I started realizing like she's trying to really like, she's projecting from somewhere in her spirit. You know what I'm saying? And then she started, saying the whole type shit, and I just kind of felt like she was kind of just, yeah, like beloved, like it's kind of weird for you saying this because basically you speaking of a place from royalty and a place from Palmar in my mind. Like you basically you got the complexion for the protection. Your mom's is white. You got a shield over you. No matter how you put it, you get privileges that we don't get. Don't get me wrong. Me as a black American man, you know, I know I'm not that dark, and I know it's really a colorism thing. A lot of places, like I know I'm not that dark, so people might treat me a little bit better. I got different features, whatever. But I'm black. I'm black and proud. But I didn't like the way she was projecting. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like a lot of mixed people. It's just a touchy subject when y'all comment on certain shit and the way y'all comment. It's not what you say; it's how you say it.